Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 5-day challenge. I've been really excited about this because I know it's definitely going to help some of you who have been having a really hard time figuring out, especially with makeup, where specifically to get started. So we are going to have 5 days this week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And on each day, I'm going to teach you a particular technique or a particular theory that you can use to apply to how you approach makeup. And it's supposed to, and by supposed to, I mean like it totally will, because this stuff works, right? You just need a framework. It's going to help. So what will happen often is that you are unsure about how exactly to take a lot of information and like break it down into easy to understand chunks, right? But I'm a teacher. That's literally what I do every single day. So I know for sure that there are several ways I'm going to introduce this to you that is suddenly going to make so much sense. You're going to have that like aha moment. So let me make sure that I share this out to all of the proper places so that everybody can jump in and say hello and good morning. If you have had your coffee already, take a few sips of coffee, and we're going to get started in just a moment. While you're doing so, I can actually talk and type at the same time. I know, I'm kind of a multitasker that way. So I just wanted to know, how are you feeling? It's Monday. I don't know about you, but I have like a super busy week ahead of me. I'm sure that many of you do, with it being this last full week before Thanksgiving. So I'm really hoping that people are feeling like ready to start their day. They're feeling kind of rejuvenated from the weekend. I had a super fun weekend. Got to see a friend of mine, her son won his football championship, and that was just so incredible. And then additionally, I was able to see my uncle had his. They're feeling kind of rejuvenated from the weekend. I had a super fun weekend. I'm not trying to do that. Hold on. Sorry about that. My uncle had his 80th birthday party. And when I say party, I'm telling you, that was phenomenal. My aunt threw an incredible party. I didn't even know that we could do something that exceptional. And by we, I mean like I didn't do anything. I just showed up and ate really delicious food and got to hang out with my family. So that was a ton of fun. It was so good. And it definitely has me feeling ready for the week. So let's see. Things are getting kind of weird on here. I don't know why. Facebook changes things around every so often, so I'm just making sure. Okay, I think we're almost there. And yes, okay, let's get started. Okay, so today we are going to start with a concept that I call the 5. Now, in order to understand what that is, I should probably introduce myself so that you can kind of put the pieces together. So first, hi, hello, good morning. My name is Keila Fowler. I am the founder and CEO of 85 Beauty. And the mission of 85 Beauty is to kick intimidation to the curb and make makeup feel easy and accessible. What I often find is you may go to a makeup counter or have a makeup artist come over. They make you look and feel incredible and fabulous. And you're like, whoa, I've never looked at this before. But then you go home to your house, they go home to their house, and you're left feeling like, oh, well, I guess I'm never going to look and feel that great again because I can't do that. So instead of you having to rely on the makeup artist, I want you to be able to rely on yourself to be your own makeup artist, to just be able to do what you need so that you can feel great, because what works for someone is not necessarily going to work for somebody else. And I just don't want everybody playing the like, let me look like so-and-so game. I want you to look like your most beautiful version of you. So throughout the week, we're going to cover a variety of different things. Today, we're talking about the 5. So now I can actually get into it and tell you a little bit more about what that is. So the 5 is the first step in learning what to do with makeup. And what you need to understand is that there are only ever 5 areas of the face that you have to consider when putting on makeup. That's it. There's just 5. Now, what often happens is you are led to believe that you have to think about like, okay, what am I going to put on my eyelashes? And what about my eyelid? And what about my cheekbones? And what about my chin versus my cheeks versus my forehead? And where am I going to put, like, how many lip colors and different, whoa, right? That gets really intense and overwhelming. It's too much to think about. And ultimately, you don't need all of that. You just don't. What will happen when you go to any kind of like Ulta, Sephora, MAC, any makeup counter? You have to remember that their goal is to sell. Now, they are going to tell you that they are there to help you. They want to make you feel beautiful. They want to find what you need. All of that is true as well. It is true. But ultimately, it is a business. It is their job to sell. So in that job, what is going to happen is they're going to be looking for ways that they can kind of boost the sale by upselling. They're going to look at some kind of add-on that is going to just like change your life, right? You may have one lipstick that you needed. All you needed was a lipstick, but suddenly you're leaving with a lipstick and a lip gloss. And you're like, how did that happen? I mean, sure, it's fine. I mean, I like lip gloss. I'll wear it sometime. And then you find out that 6 months later, you've never touched it. Or maybe 6 hours later, you went to a different location and returned it because it's just too much. It's overwhelming. So we're not going to get into products today, but what we are going to talk about is the 5 areas of the face that you need to consider. So you have skin. Skin is all over. Okay. I'm not talking, of course you have skin on your eyelids and you have skin on your lips. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your all over skin. Okay. That's 1. Number 2, you have your cheeks. And yes, I am separating cheeks because this is the area where you are also going to have blush and highlight and bronzer and contouring, all of that stuff that you hear about and you're like, whoa, that's a lot of stuff. Wait, all of that happens in, yeah, all of that is the cheeks. So the cheeks I count as a separate area, although when you're doing the like full skin and face, it's going to cover that as well. So number 1, you have skin. 2, you have cheeks. 3, your brows. And the eyebrows are its own special feature to the face because your brows will frame your face. And if your brows look great, you will notice a significant difference in how the rest of your face looks. So number 1 is skin. Number 2, cheeks. Number 3, brows. Number 4, eyes. So this is going to include the eyelids. This includes the under eye area, like your lower lash line. It includes your lashes. Got it? So 1, skin. 2, cheeks. 3, brows. 4, eyes. Number 5, you guessed it, lips. So the 5, that's all you're ever thinking about is which of the 5 do I want to address when doing makeup? That's all you have to worry about. You don't have to get much more complicated or like, okay, well, I think I'm going to add a little something right in here and a little something. Whoa, right? Now we're getting like way too intense and way too advanced. So I want to make sure that you are only ever concentrating on the 5 when you get started. I'm going to run through it a few more times. So the first thing is your skin, and that's your skin all over. Okay. Second is your cheeks. The third is your brows. 4th is your eyes. And then number 5 is your lips. So when considering where you're going to put makeup, you only ever have to consider the 5. That's all you have to do. Now, tomorrow, we're going to build on that. And I'm going to teach you about something that I call MIA. And that will tell you with the 5, once you consider which of those 5, or if it's going to be all 5, how you're going to actually do something with whatever feature you choose. So tomorrow we're going to talk about that. But today, what I want you to consider, because now we're going to actually like do our makeup, right? I told you we're going to jump on here and do like a little bit of makeup every day. So we're going to actually going to do that part. But what I want you to consider right now is which of the 5 are you going to focus on? Because when you're trying to make a maximum impact with minimal time, you really want to think about like, okay, how can I do that? And so what I encourage you to do is to choose two. Just choose two. I always choose the same two because what I have come to realize when I look at my face, I think about what I know I like on my face. And so that's what you're going to do, right? So you have the 5, you have skin, cheeks, brows, eyes, lips, right? Those are the 5. You're going to pick 2 of them. I choose brows for me and I choose lips for me because, like I said, brows will frame your face. So I'm going to start just filling in my eyebrows. And I have 2 products I'm going to use. One that is a much more like beginner friendly. And then the second one is like, whoa, advanced. I'm just telling you now so that you don't feel like you have to jump in and do the same thing. The first one is, I've talked about this countless times. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. This is a brow pencil. So it has just your regular brow pencil on one side, and then it has a nice spoolie brush on the other side. So that allows you to brush your brow hairs into place. And then what I do is just quick little sketch marks. You see that? You're not supposed to suddenly see like, bam, eyebrows everywhere, right? It's not meant to be super intense. But what I like about a pencil for everyone is that if you have light hand, you have to have a really light hand. So don't press really hard. But you just want to follow the direction that your brow naturally goes. And what happens is if you make a mistake, you can literally just wipe it away and you haven't really messed anything up. So I said that my 2 are brows and lips. The reason why I choose those 2 is because you want to think about the two features of your face that you really like. I really like my eyes, but when I look at my eyes never look as great as they can until my brows are their best. Like, it's really the brows. I think that I'm like, oh, I love my eyes. And I'm like, I do, but it's really an eyebrow, man. Like, when an eyebrow is just right, it changes everything, in my opinion. I feel more confident. I feel more put together. I feel prettier when my eyebrows look really nice. So that's how I chose that as one of my 5. And you can see this eyebrow is just a little more defined. It's filled in, so it kind of stands out a little bit more. This one's just softer because I haven't done anything to it yet. So brows are where I am going to start with my 2 choices from the 5. And then next I'm going to do lips. Now, if you have been watching any of my Facebook Lives or you look at the photos that I post, you will know that I love a bold lipstick. I do. I really like the shape of my lips. I like the size of my lips, and I talk all day long, not because it's my job, but because it's a lifestyle. I just really like to talk. So what ends up happening is, to me, that's like a prime focal feature is my lips. And I want to actually I feel like when looking to play with color, your lips are just like an easy place to go. Eyeshadow requires like a lot of blending, and that can be a little intense and overwhelming. But with lipstick, I mean, you just kind of swipe it on, and then you can go ahead and like use a paper towel or a tissue to wipe away the areas where maybe you added a little too much, and then you're done. So that's one spot, right? I have lip balm on, so I'm just going to blot that off. And then let's choose a lipstick. Makeup bag. That's what all of that rattling around is like here. Ooh, yes. So this is from Clinique. I love these Clinique pop colors. And this is number 11 Peppermint Pop. Like I said, I like a bold lip. So one feature that I chose was, wrong side. I chose brows, and now I'm choosing lips. And just like that, those are my 2 of the 5. So I hope you found this really helpful. Come back tomorrow and I'm going to tell you about MIA, which will help you figure out once you know your 5 and you have narrowed it down to the 2 that you want to use, the 2 features you're going to address, depending on how much time you have and where your skill level is, like how comfortable and confident you feel trying something out. Tomorrow, I will tell you what exactly to do beyond like put on some brow product and swipe on some lipstick and like get out the door. It's a little more intentional than that. So I am so excited for you to go out, face your day with a little bit of lipstick, a little bit of something, whatever makes you feel good. Just put a little bit of makeup on today and go be your most fabulous self. I will see y'all tomorrow. I hope you have a great one. Stay fabulous. Bye, y'all.